Okay, I am relaxing. I have different clothes on. Um, I'm kind of waiting for Jeff because he finished working on my car and he said he was taking it for a ride. So I figured what I'd do is I'd sit out here on my front porch, which I'll show you my view. His truck usually isn't parked in the driveway. There's his chair, there's plants, there's a flag in my other plant. But there's his truck. There's our flag that is barely moving. There's the maple that we planted last year. And then right over that house there that with the green trim, and that's what for sale. But Jeff should be coming back pretty soon. So I and get him on film as he drives by. Show everybody what my little Cooper looks like. I did something. I don't know what I did, but like the back of my, let's see if I can even find it. I've got bite marks on both my elbows, and they're spider bites. If you get one bite, that could be like a mosquito bite or something. But when you get like 5 or 6 bites all in a little cluster, that's spider bites. And ooh, there they are back there. They're back here, which you can't really see because my skin is a different color, but I can feel them, and they're itchy. Both my elbows like are itchy. I don't know. He told me it's because I haven't sprayed. I've washed all the furniture off. I've got all cobwebs and all that crap off, but he wants me to take, I think it's Home Defense. It's in a big jug like, and go spray like around underneath our chairs and stuff so that spiders don't get on them, and go do it out by the fire pit too. If it stays like this, and we could probably have a fire tonight and burn because we had a pretty big pit. I should go look at it, show you what the pit looks like. It needs to get burned down a little bit. I think I will. Um, I don't want to miss him though when he comes back with the car. Oh well, we got to do something. This is if we didn't have this cotton wood crap all over the place. Just make sure he didn't come back and go in the garage when I wasn't paying attention. No, he didn't. Remember that bunny that Megan killed and Jeff and I buried it? Well, we found something today that kind of was disturbing. I think it was probably one of the fox. I'll turn. This is where we buried it because that's where the little tree was. And he's going to have to come, whatever, somebody dug it up, something dug it up and took the little bunny out. But look at our fire pit. That's a little high. um, I got the table, the chairs. Oh, look, now I got fuzz shit on it. Good, great. Anyways, that needs to get burned down. It looks like I see some poop on some of the chairs again. That's just freaking great. Um, he's gonna have to fill that hole in. That poor little carcass. It had to have been 2 weeks. 2 weeks ago that Megan killed that bunny. I mean, I did a video the day she did it. I could probably go try to find it, but oh, that poor bunny. And then we bury it where we dug up the tree because the tree was dead. This here too. This, that is like, he's gonna have to probably take a rototiller and dig that, dig that all up, and then get some dirt or something and mix it in, and then plant grass seed. This has not grown grass since we moved here, and it's dry, it's brittle. Something sat here, but for him to come back. For any new people, I'm a little high strung, I have a bad habit of saying what I think. I try to be respectful to other people. I'm not a bad person. I do swear. I don't make a habit of it. Um, I mean, if somebody had questions, they could ask me. I do like to cook, but I'm 60 years old, so for the last 10 plus years, I have been going through the menopause, and it's to the point where I'm not on medication prescription wise, but I do take over the counter medication um, for menopause, and it helps sometimes. I still get night sweats. I still mood swings. Um, all the normal shitty. I mean, I gained freaking 20 pounds, 20 plus pounds, and it's mostly right in my gut. I was kind of hoping a ship would come in today so I could probably get that on film. We've had a couple fires. We had a fire behind the house back there a few nights ago in the marina at the Bay City Yacht Club. And then a couple days after that, there was a right over that way at the mouth of the Colin, there was a boat that caught fire, and they had the fire department and all that stuff, and they had to go with a boat. A sheriff's department saved the people on the boat. But yeah, there's been a lot of fires going on lately. I wish Jeff would get back here. I wanted to get a picture of him driving my car back. He don't want me to film him. He's kind of a private person, but he can really piss you off when you want to do something. Like he encouraged me to do the films, and then he's like, "Well, don't put me in it. You don't have to tell our whole life story." What the hell? That's the reason I started doing the films, is to express myself, let people know who I am, how I am. And he just, no, you don't get to tell everybody my business. I'm not telling your business, but guess what? You're married to me, and I'm going to say my business. And if you're involved in that, then I guess they're going to know who you are. I'll die laughing the first time somebody out on the street comes up and says, "Hey, I know you. You're cooking with Kat. You must be Jeff, her husband." He's going to shit. He's going to look at me like, "I told you not to say nothing." Oh, well, he'll get over it. Maybe that's him. I can't tell. My baby Cooper. It's a cute little car. I mean, we got the WRX. He traded in my Subaru, my white Subaru, and he got the WRX. And then, well, the story went, he went to Grand Blanc to get an oil change, and I had a white 2020 Subaru. And he took it down there for the oil change, and I was here, and he sent me a picture of this beautiful WRX blue. And I'm like, "That's a nice car." He says, "It's here right now. It's available." I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "It's got 32 miles on it." I said, "Like 3,200?" He's like, "No, 32. It's brand new." And I'm like, "Oh, well, it's probably going to be expensive." "Oh, no, they're going to give us a great trade in." I said, like, "How far have you gone talking to these people about this?" "Oh, no, not that bad. Not that far." "Oh, did I tell you it's a stick shift? It's a 6-speed." "Oh, I love it." Go for it. He come home with the Subaru, the white Subaru, and went back 2 days later and came home with the blue one. And now, mind you, this is in the wintertime because it was a hell of a snowstorm that was going on. I was like freaking out the whole time. Here he's driving from Bay City to Grand Blanc to trade in a white car that, was good on gas, the whole works, and then comes back with the WRX. Well, he had his truck, and I don't really drive that much in the winter. So if I had to go to the store or something, I just took his truck. And I pretty much let him keep the Subaru, the WRX, in the garage. Well, then he had to get different tires for it. Then he had to get I don't know, different shocks for it. He had to lower it. He had to do this. He had to do that. And he started getting all this different stuff, a different spoiler for it. He got new muffler for it. You know, he had to take it and have tint put on the windows. And he just started babying the piss out of this freaking car. And I was driving his truck all the time. Well, then it's like, you know, he don't want us drive. He was doing something with the tires, and we don't really want to drive it. You know, you can't really drive it until it get. Well, you know, if I have to go somewhere, I have to take the truck. Well, now let's say he wants to go to a game. How am I supposed to do anything if I'm not allowed to drive that car because you got, you know, it jacked up and sitting on whatever? And he's like, well, look at this. I'm like, what are you doing? He says, I'm on Marketplace. Look at this. I look at it and it says, what is that? He said, it's a Mini Cooper. I'm like, okay. He says, oh, they're kind of cool looking. And he started telling me about it. I'm like, have you ever drove one? No. Well, it's a stick shift. You did it again, didn't you? You know I've been wanting. I had, I want to say an '06 Audi. Well, that was a 6-speed. And I got in an accident with it. Somebody ran a stop sign, and I tried to avoid hitting him, but I ended up hitting him. And then he took it one time to a game and ended up hitting a raccoon or something like that. And we got it fixed, you know, got the grill fixed, got the quarter panel fixed, and then it started nickel and diming us. And that's when we ended up selling that outright and then going and getting the Subaru. Actually, we got a Jetta first, but it could barely fit in our garage over at Bayshore. So then we ended up getting the Subaru, which was smaller than the Jetta, but they were both new at the time. So that's what I drove, and I always wanted to go back to a stick. So that's how he talked me into the WRX, which, you know, I keep saying WRX. Nobody's really, most people know what it looks like. I'm just going to open the garage door, and he's not coming yet, so, okay. If he comes, I'm going to hurry up and turn it around. This is the WRX Subaru. This is what he's got those pipes down there, got the blue tip on them. He got it lowered, got new tires on it, brought the tires out. He's got a new one of these things, but he hasn't put it on yet. But this is the WRX. This is a nice little freaking car, I'm not going to lie. And I do like driving it. But he's like setting this baby up to be like a show car. I mean, look how good care he takes of this thing. This is an absolute beautiful car. But he did not want to take the chance of me driving it and anything happening. And you know how guys can be. So he turned around and decided he was going to buy me the, now I got to turn around and... So, come on, Jeff. Anyways, that's the WRX. That's the one he started putting all this freaking money into to make it a show car and only drive it once in a great while and do this and do that to it. He's like babying the piss out of it. So then he went in, we drove, he says we could go this place or we could go to this place. First, we were going to get my greenhouse, and then we found out that we had to get an addendum and all that horse shit because you're only allowed to have 2 outbuildings out here. So that like put a big kibosh on that. And then he come across the Mini Cooper, and he's like, it's an 2005. He says it's a stick. It's in excellent condition. It came from the guy who's selling it. Went to Georgia to get it. He works on them. He's had several of them. His last name, the guy that we bought it from, his last name is Cooper. So Mini Cooper was just his thing. But he even told us, you have any issues, anything with that, just let me know. He says, I've been working on them my whole life. You know, he was talking on and on. He still had one actually at his house when we went there to pick that one up. Well, actually, we went there just to look at it. And ended up, Jeff drove that home and I drove the truck home. And then he started doing work on it here, and like the back lights were pretty foggy from being old. He put new ones in that. He got me a new shifter knob. Um, he's just, been doing stuff. Those things are rattle. I mean, you drive down a bumpy road and you're, but see, they're supposed to be like race cars, so they're kind of low and they fit close to the ground for driving. But you know, these kind, they're, I don't know how you can say it. They don't do well on bumpy roads, and the roads out here are freaking bumpy. They're horrible. If he doesn't come back, here's something I can. Let's see if I can open it up. There, got a sailboat coming in to the river. That's a nice one. Oh, something's coming. Is it him? I can't. Anyways, what was I saying? See, that's the other thing about me. I get off track. I lose it. I'm in the house. I'm walking around constantly. I drive some people nuts. It's like, sit still. You're driving me nuts. I can't even focus. And you go from talking about one thing right into something else. And I don't want to say dyslexia. I don't have dyslexia, but I definitely am challenged on things. Some things I'm definitely having to be challenged. So it's like, I'm not saying I'm the dumbest person in the world, but I'm certainly no freaking genius. But anyways, that's how I ended up getting the Cooper, and then he had to get the light to go out, and then he said he should have took a tie thing and put it off to the side or something to change it, and he didn't. And of course, when I started driving it longer distance than just around like what he did here, he said this time he watched a video that shows how to take the wire, instead of having to go from here to there, go back around something else so that it doesn't rub on nothing. And hopefully that's what he did. But he's out right now driving my car, supposedly checking to see if the light's going to come back on or not. I don't know how he's doing it. I'm relaxing right now. Shit. I got my stuff in the oven. I hear something coming, but I can't see nothing yet. It's, any other time we got freaking cars that come back through here, and now you want a car to come back through and nothing comes through. But yeah, it's a beautiful day today. Boy, I think it's not going to be as hot tomorrow, but it's going to get pretty warm. Let's see. Tomorrow's Tuesday. Jeff might have a game to go to. He's not sure yet because he's supposed to have PT in the morning, but he may try to reschedule it or cancel it or some shit like that, because he wants to go to some playoff game, him and Gary. So I don't know if he's going to do that or not. Jake wants me to bring him some of that macaroni and cheese for lunch tomorrow at his work. I don't know what else is. I mean, I talk about almost anything. I don't kind of hold back, but you shouldn't hold back. You should be honest. You should be yourself. You shouldn't be fake. Is that him? I can't tell. No, that's a truck. Damn. That's one thing I won't be, as fake. I'm not a fake person. I'm going to say it like it is. I don't mean to hurt people's feelings. I don't mean to be offensive. I'm pretty thick skinned, so I can take a lot. I mean, that one lady who turned around and, oh my God, she used the spoon, she tasted the food, and then she stirred it. That's not it. No shit, because it's my family I'm cooking for. And I have no clue. But we've been living here over a year, so people wave. Anyways, she made a comment that I used a spoon when I was stirring something, and then I tasted it, and then I went back to stir it again. It's like, I'm not cooking for a restaurant. I have cooked for restaurants. I know the protocol, but I'm cooking for my family. I'm cooking for my husband. and I'm cooking for my kids or my grandkids, you know, whatever the deal is. You don't have to, ooh, that's a big bumblebee. You don't have to make comments like that and oh gross or yuck or something like that. And if there's people that I offend and you just I can't deal with you, what, then don't watch me. I mean, I want people to follow me. I want people to interact with me. I want people to like me. I want people to look for me. Say, oh, I want to go find that cat. I want to go find Katrina. You know, I want that type of thing, but I don't want somebody that's going to watch me and then just bitch about me or however you want to do. I mean, if you got a complaint, like I mean, don't take it. I'm not going to take it bad. If you have a question or a comment, just say it. I'll try to clarify it. It's like the lady who was talking about my scissors today. You use scissors to cut up. Well, what I did is I used the scissors to cut up the wieners, and then when I dumped them into the beans, there was some that were still full, so I went down and was cutting them in the beans, and then I kind of moved the scissors around like I was stirring it like with the scissors. And she's like, "Oh, you shouldn't do that. Use a spoon or whatever." I'm gonna clean them off. And they're not, the scissors are strictly for food. I do have different utensils, you know. I didn't take offense to it or anything like that. There's people that have said about other things too. You know, I don't take offense to stuff unless you're just being a total douchebag to me. Then you know, if you're gonna come at me with nasty stuff like, well, that one guy, there was one guy. It was shortly after I started doing this. One guy come back and started making. He made a comment like, and your point or something like that, something to have to do with, you know, whatever. And my kid seen it and he's like, you know, if he just he basically called him out. And you know, my kids are going to stick up for me. I stuck up for them for a lot when they were younger. And now I'm, you know, I'm old. I'm 60. I'm not, you know, older than my dad. My dad's 84. Going to be 84 next month. But I'm a pretty laid back person. Other than when I did get pretty iffy the other day. I don't know where that came from either. I was just pissed about everything, I think. I was just ooh, and I can get like that. I know that I've had to change my habit a little bit because normally around, I don't know, dinner time or shortly thereafter, I would turn around and have a beer or have a cocktail or something. And I can't really do that now. I have to wait, which is kind of weird that I have to wait, but I don't, you know, now that I happen to give Harley his injections with the insulin, I don't want to be buzzed. You know, I'll end up stabbing myself or some bullshit like that, and I don't want to hurt him. And right now, his skin on the back of his neck is pretty. He's pretty tough. He hasn't made a sound not once since I started doing this, but I don't want to be buzzed when I do it. So it don't look like Jeff is going to be around, and I'm already over 20 minutes. So I got to stop this video. If he comes back and I see him coming, I will hurry up and start it back up. But right now, psh, I'm going to have to stop. But I'm a normal person. Sometimes I try to be. Watch. You know what's going to happen is I'm going to shut this video off, and his ass is going to come around the corner, and I'm going to be irritated. But anyways, um, I hope everybody's having a great day. I'm having a great day. It's nice. It's beautiful here. I should go check on my macaroni and cheese. Um, I'll be back later. Well, I'll try to be back later. Everybody have a great day. Bye.